It was good. First day out, a lot of energy. You know, it's different when you have from the spring. When you, you know, I'm not sure the exact number. We had probably between 60 and 70 in the spring. Now you got 105. So we can play at a pretty good tempo. Got a lot of reps out. And now it's a matter of go back, look at the tape, start to make the first day corrections, kind of see where we are with everything. But it was, you know, there was good energy, good tempo. Good attention to detail. You know, some of the older kids did a really nice job of kind of bringing the younger kids along, and then the younger kids got a lot of good reps today, so it's interesting. The first time we get a chance to take a look at them on tape, and we'll see where we go from there. So.
No hitting, but did everyone make it through okay today?
I think so. I'm worried more about some of our coaching staff guys. I don't know what they did over the summer, but I think they did. So we'll check with the trainer afterwards. But I think it was pretty good.
Anybody stand out?
What's that?
Anybody stand out?
I won't really know until I look at the film. You know, someone may have done something quick that you caught out of the corner of your eye, and you're like, wow. And then all of a sudden, you know, he blew it on 9 other plays, so he's 1 for 10. So before I anoint anybody the player of the day, we'll take a look at the tape and get a chance to look at that. But overall, just the tempo and the energy from him was real good, which we expect. You know, there's a level that we expect our guys to practice at, and I think the older guys did a nice job of making sure that the younger kids kind of understood. But it's still, when you remember what it was like when you were a freshman, your first practice, and you know, there's music and people screaming and yelling and all those other things. I thought they responded pretty well. So.
Review of the condition that players reported.
Jimmy said it was pretty good. You know, and again, he's the one who does all that stuff. But I didn't notice too many guys today, you know, being affected by, you know, how we practice and what we did. You know, the biggest thing I think to have to check for conditioning is, can they come back tomorrow? You know, which kids are really sore, which kids can't respond after 1 day of pushing themselves. Most guys can push through 1 practice, but tomorrow will be a big test. See if, you know, get a chance to talk to our trainer and find out if anybody kind of pulled up. But so far, I think it's okay. It's good.
You talked about wanting to play faster this year. Do you come out here and try to put your foot on the gas right away, or do you ease up?
No, we're not easing up on anything. You know, we're trying to push it, especially because we want to get as many reps as we can right now, because we got so many guys. So we need to try to see who some of our depth guys' decisions have to be made on. The only way we're going to do that is to get quality reps, but we still don't want to practice for 3 hours out there. So, you know, I thought we were moving at a pretty good clip today. And we'll see. As you start to lose some people, that's when you have some problems. So all of a sudden, you know, you don't have as many receivers, and you got to be real conscious about running those guys in the ground. But today it was decent. So.
Does this weather help that? Does the weather help? The cooler weather help you be able to push
you know, that's one of the great reasons to come here. And Jimmy Radcliffe talks about it all the time, is because of our climate. We don't have to gear things. I think you look across the country right now, and people that are dealing with triple digits, you know, that makes it really difficult to practice. Like, how hard can you push your guys because of the weather? For here, the climate's ideal, you know, all year round to kind of get maximum effort and maximum exertion out of our players, and not really worried about, you know, are we going to get in a heat situation. So this is good for us.
My understanding is that the group is going to be closed on the 3rd. Is that something you know anything about, one or the other?
There's a contract on that, and I know those guys are looking into it, but we haven't talked anything about that, so we haven't touched base on that yet.
So you prefer it to be?
I don't care. Just tell us what it is.
On a personal level, did it feel good to get out there and get back on the field?
No, I actually like sitting in my office and doing administrative things. I wish I could spend more time there. So. No, it's good for any coach. I mean, any coach wants to be back out in the field and get a chance to coach with your players. And, you know, for us, we haven't had a chance to interact with them really since April 30th from a football standpoint. So, you know, to see what they did over the summer and kind of see how Coach Thomas did taking care of the young kids over the summertime, and what he taught and what he got implemented. So, you know, that's the fun part for any coach in the country. I think you'll never get a coach, I think, that will say that they don't enjoy the first day of practice. So.
It's such a key for you guys last year to be a great second-half team. Do you think the pieces are in place to be a great second-half team?
I don't know. You know, there's really a lot of question marks, and that's what camp's going to be all about, is trying to find all that stuff. You know, and really being a great second-half team really speaks to our depth, and those are the question marks that we have to get answered right now. So we hope we continue to, but if we are, it's because we found depth, and that's what we developed when we were here at camp. So.
D'Anthony Thomas is listed as a running back. I saw him getting work with the receivers. Is that still a decision?
He didn't get any reps with the receivers.
He didn't get any reps. He was only running back?
He's a running back. He was with Coach Campbell the whole time.
Is that
so you may have saw him pre-practice, but in pre-practice, everybody's together catching routes and some of those things. But he's exclusively playing running back and work with Coach Campbell.
Is that decision set right now?
Well, it has to be set. We don't have enough running backs right now. So we only got LaMichael and Kenyon, and we got to figure out who the third's going to be. So whether it's Trey Carson or Yele Ford or Lake C. Strunk or Anthony Blake or D'Anthony, we're going to figure that out. But we don't have one right now, and that's a big question mark for us going into this camp.
Is Anthony out?
Daryl Hawkins is a receiver full-time. So.
Was there any thought this offseason that he might still play some quarterback this fall? Or
No, it's we got to make the move, and we because we're so thin at receiver. It's not going to help us. You know, we feel really good about our 1 and 2. I don't know anybody in the country that is solid with 3 quarterbacks, and to have Darryl right now, we knew that he wasn't going to be 1, he wasn't going to be 2. So let's find out if he can add to that depth out wide, because the only guys who are proven that have played out there are Tourné and Huff, and then the rest of them are going to be newcomers, so to speak. So that's where we felt Darryl had his best shot at making an impact on this team. And it's not fair to him to have him practice kind of some at quarterback, some at receiver, because there's so many technical fundamental things he needs to work on. He's got a great knowledge of what we're doing, but it's the individual, how to get in and out of cuts, how to set people up for blocks and things like that, that we made a decision that he has to practice full-time at receiver and kind of see if he can get in the rotation of the 6 receivers out there.
Is Anthony Anderson still on the roster?
Anthony's not here, no longer here. So.
Taylor Hart look like a guy who can do a lot of things for you on the defensive line?
I think so. Again, he's one of those kids that really, really developed in the summertime. He played a lot of football for us last year, but now his number of reps will jump up. With Brandon out, I think Az used to have like a 6-3 rotation. Brandon would play 6, and a kid like Taylor would come in and play 3. Now, I think Taylor's the guy that's going to play 6, and then we got to find out who's going to come in and play the 3. But really has developed extremely fast for us. Intelligent player, tough kid. Has added a lot of size. I don't know the exact weight right now, but really impressive.
Too.
Yeah, he can play end, and he can play inside, and he can play tackle too. So.